Today, we're going to talk quickly about how to use my Snap template. Uh, Snap based off of one of many names for a card game where you slap after the card you want. And this is really based loosely off of my Slapjack game that I use to replace Fly Swatter so that more kids would be involved at the same time. So, I am going to start you with the template and game setup, and then from there show you how it's played because both kind of require a little bit of training. But then I think you'll be ready. So, all right, so we're on the template. I have everything set up. If you want to be able to change the name or the instructions, again, as I've started doing, just go into the master and you can change it to your language of choice if you want to. And then a lot of this setup is actually done on the main thing. So I do have my basic thing done on the master so that there is a board underneath. But, and again, Control Z is always your friend. You can undo anything that way. And I am the paranoid person I am. I have like my base. I have my changed bits, and then I have the part where I covered those with the baseboard. So, okay, so I'm just going to basically break it down. The idea here is that we're reviewing something that we've read, maybe some vocabulary. I like a lot of context, but you need images and you need sentences or something to go with the images, clues for the images. That can work for anything that works with images and clues, anything that you need to match up. What I like about this is students can kind of set up their own level of difficulty, and we'll talk about that right now. So I color coded it just to make it easy for me. So these first six sort of off red questions go with the off red images. And those are hidden under the full red cover. And then the next kind of off purple, off violet clues go with the pictures that are on the off violet section, and they're color coded and they are covered by the violet cover, and so on. And what happens is during gameplay, I will do things like, and I've mixed these up, I mixed up the pictures at the time. I'll do things like Control X, and then I like to offer students visuals as we play. So I'm going to do it right here at the moment, but I go through these in order because I've already mixed them for myself. And I will make sure that this is right in the center. That's why this is here. That's why this little break is here. And read out Femina dormire con natur. And they'll have this uncovered and they'll look for the picture of the woman trying to sleep. And they'll try to be the first player to grab it and pull it to their side. And that is how that loosely works. So my setup really is, all right, so my setup loosely is to make sure that I have questions and pictures for each section aligned to each section, and that they will go in that order. And the reason why the order matters is students are able to pick how difficult their gameplay will be by choosing how many of these to uncover at once. So if they choose to uncover, say, just one, then these first six questions will only be involving these pictures, and they know that they're only having to deal with those pictures. If they choose to uncover two sets, then the first 12 questions can be any of these pictures, and then their job is to mix up the pictures a little bit too, so that they don't know which ones are in which set. Otherwise, there's no point. They could uncover all 4 sets at once and mix the pictures completely up. So they get to pick their level of difficulty based on how many sets they uncover at once. I give them time to mix up the pictures, and they are given the ability by this to really self-determine how difficult it is. So it gives a little bit of an evening factor because certain groups tend to be really, really, really on top of stuff and some don't. So this gives them a chance to make it harder or easier to search through the pictures. All right, now that's the template. So like again, the template really is this one and these. You set up your questions, you put in your images, and then you cover them by literally just taking this guy and putting it on top. And if you don't know how to do that, because you will need these to be on top, right? Right click, copy and paste. After you've got all the pictures set up, it will be on top. Or if somehow it's not, you can change the order to bring it to the front, or you can push Control up arrow, and that also pulls it towards the front. So you can just push as many times as you need to till it gets to the front. Now, how gameplay works is I'm going to go ahead, take this first one and copy it so that we have it. I usually delete as I go, so I Control X, because I know that if I go like last edit was seconds ago, and I have clicked that, you just can't tell, I can go into the history of these, and I can actually click and pick an old version of it and reset it. So I don't have to worry about, if I've deleted everything, it's okay because I just go and reset it and it's not a problem. So, all right. So now let's go to their gameplay. So I've set these boards up. Literally, once I've made this board that's the combo of both, I copy it and then paste it enough times to have enough boards for pairs of every student. And again, if you're wrong, you just make another board. Electronics are cool. The students themselves set themselves up. They're like, okay, I'm uncomfortable, so I'm just going to do one. And then this group is like, oh, no, we are great. And they can also delete them or not. It can just freeze up and not do what I tell it to. There we go. All right. And